What up, dummies? Had it not been for Echoes from Above, I would have never found this video that I'm going to currently react to. It's in regards to FTX once again, and I think I talked about it in my last video that I did not see Meet Kevin do an apology video or anything, but apparently he showed up on Yahoo Finance. So let's react to that together. Let's get straight into it. Again, if you guys haven't checked out Echoes from Above, go ahead and check out his channel. He's all about killing the grifters. So let's switch over and transition.
Crypto continuing its sell-off with Bitcoin down below 17,000. That's as Binance is reportedly likely to walk away from its offer to acquire FTX. Well, joining us now is Kevin.
So this must have been from yesterday.
Follows Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on his popular YouTube channel, Meet Kevin. So, Kevin, how expected was this demise when it comes to FTX?
This was actually a total blindside. You have to remember this. Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX, he was considered the Jerome Powell of the crypto market. He was the guy who was just in a deal trying to buy Voyager Digital, the Canadian company that went bankrupt a few
Yeah, I remember I said that earlier. I was pretty sure that FTX was the one I was trying to buy Voyager Digital
months ago. He was the guy investing in Robinhood when it was $7 per share, which it's almost back to that level. He was the guy doling out money everywhere, and all of a sudden, the emperor has no clothes. It's really scary and super unexpected.
Does appear to have no clothes. Good to see you, man. So he went from Jerome Powell. Is he honestly Bernie Madoff? And what's the fallout from this?
Oh boy, there are a lot of comparisons, unfortunately, to Ponzi schemes in the crypto world. In fact, even Sam Bankman-Fried himself has reference to some of what happens in the world of crypto as a Ponzi. So yeah, a lot of references to Bernie. And it doesn't help that companies like Binance are registered out in the Cayman Islands. You don't know who owns them. Anyone who's ever tried to sue Binance has ended up giving up on their lawsuit because you can't even figure out who owns these companies.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, yo. If you're in Binance, you might want to take your money out of that one too. Listen, if you're adamant about having crypto, I guess get a crypto wallet or just go to Coinbase. It's my personal recommendation again, but I know nothing about crypto, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, man, even the Binance stuff is making me nervous now. Again, I don't even have that much money in there. I think I have maybe $300, but still, I want to take it out.
So what's the fallout here? Well, I think Binance probably smart from walking away from the FTX deal. I think they'll take a multi-billion-dollar loss trying to bail out FTX. That could lead, unfortunately, though, to more liquidations. We don't know how bad those will get, but if we see large liquidations because of an FTX bankruptcy, that could move over to the US FTX version, since they have the international wing and the US version. And then ultimately, if prices got low enough, you could even see, I hate to say it, but you could see a company like even Binance go under, and that's the last leg standing.
I mean, so what do you think that Binance saw when they looked under the hood at FTX? And when you do have some...
Yo, are they going to even mention the fact that Meet Kevin was one of the main YouTubers recommending FTX to his audience? Are they going to ask? Is that going to happen?
Much power consolidated here. What does that mean for the broader industry?
Yeah, I think what happens is you look at the books of FTX, and what you'll probably see is, hey, you've got $6 billion, roughly. This is what Bloomberg and some commenters on Bloomberg are estimating. You've got about $6 billion that people are trying to withdraw. And Binance probably looked and said, well, you've only got one, or something like that, right? We're estimating. And so Binance has to decide, do we want to cover that loss, that $5 billion difference? Is that worth it to us? And how many customers are we going to get after that? The big issue, though, is if everybody's bailing out and leaving the centralized platforms, then what's the point of bailing out FTX if you're going to get a shell of a company? So this is probably where it would be a lose-lose situation for Binance to buy them, because they'd take a loss and then not have the customers. But if they don't bail out FTX, we could see liquidations that could also then in turn hurt Binance if the underlying value of their cryptocurrencies, like their Binance token, collapses, which is possible. And then you just don't have centralized cryptocurrency left. Everything's just, you either have it on a cold wallet or it just becomes worthless.
It's just hard to imagine, Kevin, how we got here. There must have been hundreds of journalists looking into the finances of SBF and how they didn't know. And the journal reporting suggests there were 400 employees at FTX versus 7,000 at Binance. Something had to be wrong there. They also say employees have not been able to even reach SBF for several days. So something sounds very off. What are you hearing from investors?
I'm not gonna lie, and I've seen this CEO of FTX. There's no way I would have ever given this guy money. Just look, this dude looks like a kid. This dude looks like a kid.
What are you hearing from people that bought Bitcoin, that invested in FTX or Binance?
Yeah, it's just devastating because the companies really came across as wanting to help this mission of decentralized finance, lower trans.
Why are they saying financial analyst? I don't. You guys can't see it. Sorry. Let me go pull this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about here.
Transaction costs, very
Anyways,
believable message.
Just real quick, you don't see it, but below his name it says financial analyst and YouTuber Meet Kevin. This dude is not a financial analyst. Why are they? Oh, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm sorry. He does have his series now. He does have his, I think it's series 7 or something. So I guess technically he can consider himself a financial analyst now. Yes, but I would say this. I would not take any advice from him when it comes to stock picking or stock advice or anything in sorts.
And everybody was working with these companies. These companies were sponsoring, Tom Brady, Bunchen. They were, I mean, everybody was involved in these. You had Matt Damon do the Crypto.com commercial. And so the believability was so strong that these companies just had so much standing that nothing could go wrong. But
Yeah, did you just hear what he said? So I will give him that. You're right. All these celebrities, these companies use celebrities and YouTubers to literally shill their BS company. It's crazy. And like I said, look, I said in my last video, anybody, most people, let's not say anybody, most people, if a company comes up to you and they seem legit and they offer you a lot of money, you will likely advertise for them. But I remember the Super Bowl when they were just throwing crypto commercial after crypto commercial after crypto commercial on the screen. To me, that was a sign that crypto was probably going to start tanking because it feels like a pyramid scheme. Let me get as many people to buy in so I could sell where my over leveraged portfolio, or I have too much money in crypto, so let me convince other people to invest so I can sell. It always just feels like a pyramid scheme to me. And I know everyone who's like into crypto, they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're absolutely right. I know nothing about crypto. I'm just saying what it seems like to me from the outside. It just seems like a very unregulated pyramid scheme to me. And the fact that you see a very famous company like FTX go down like this, what makes you think that crypto will ever be as legitimate as the regular stock market? I mean, eventually it will be, sure. Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are the two that I know that are pretty much legitimate. But man, these brokerages, this is wow.
You've had journalists try to get in touch with companies like Binance and go visit their offices. And the most that we've ever gotten out of Binance was a virtual tour and an explanation that, well, a lot of people work from home. They only come in every so often. So red flags were there. The founder of Binance doesn't even want to come to the United States because he thinks he'll get instantly arrested. And instead he hangs out in Dubai. So it's, the red flags are there, but I don't think anybody,
if he sees all these red flags, oh wait, shit, is this done?
Would have believed that the biggest boys of the crypto world would have started having issues like this, and it's devastating to investors.
No doubt. And SBF lost 94% of its net worth in one day, the largest and fastest drop ever, according to Bloomberg statistics. He is Meet Kevin on YouTube. Kevin Paffrath.
Wow. Okay. What I was trying to say here a second ago, let me come back to my main screen. What I was trying to say is, I don't even remember now. I'm irritated. Now I see why Echoes from Above is so angry, man. Like, this is why, listen, this is a message to Meet Kevin Paffrath. Come on my show so I can interview you. I think we will have a lot to talk about. And I think people may see you as a human being once you and I start speaking. Because I can tell you this now just from the way you handle yourself on camera, it comes across very, very fake. It comes across so fake. And seeing that Graham Stephan, by the way, I kept calling him Stephan, sorry. But Graham Stephan dropped an apology video. I did see that Tom Nash dropped a apology video. And you are just kind of tiptoeing around it. Even that last video, the one that I tossed in the trash, you open up with, this video is not sponsored by FTX. Like, it could come across, quite frankly, like a heartless dick. People follow you. You have nearly 2 million subscribers. I am sure that probably 10% at least, have invested money into FTX through your recommendation. I think to save your reputation, it would have been great for you to apologize to the YouTubers. I mean, obviously, look, I don't know what it is, man. I've been following you, Kevin, since the early stages where you didn't have this huge following. You were the guy who was taking down Grant Cardone. I thought it was hilarious. It was funny. You seemed very authentic. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a politics. I don't know if it was the fact that you were making so much money. What happened? But it seemed like the more famous you got and the richer you got, your personality seemed to change on camera. Again, I don't know you personally. I don't know who you are behind the camera. I'm just saying on camera, you became less and less and less authentic and transparent. And I think that's why you started garnering so much hate, because people start seeing that. And this is an opportunity where you could have literally came on camera and just been like, yo, guys, this FTX, this is not what I expected. This is FTX US, whatever I was being sponsored by, not this international version that's going bankrupt. Regardless, I would say try to take your money out now. Be careful. I'm sorry. I thought this was legit. That's just how you treat your fans. That's how you treat people that literally made you who you are. Without your subscriber base, you would not be where you are. You would not have made millions of dollars. You would not have the opportunity to do this house hack thing. You wouldn't be featured on Yahoo Finance, or I think you were on Fox News at one point too. I don't know. You wouldn't have been on all these different platforms had it not been for this audience that made you who you are. And I could tell you this, I've been around a lot of rich people. I've been around a lot of broke people. I don't know what it is. And the richer they've gotten, the more of an asshole mentality they started to adopt, and they became really cocky. And they changed who they are. They became meaner, condescending. I don't know what it is, if it's like money that made you into the way you are now, or if it's just a persona that you have to hide behind. I don't know. I just know with me, it was like the opposite. The more money I made, the nicer I became. The nicer I was to people, the better I treated people. I don't know what it is. But this was an opportunity. And I recommend, again, I mean, who am I? I only have 5,000 subscribers. You have 2 million subscribers. So who am I to tell you what to do? But I can tell you this, as a person who used to watch you back in the day and who occasionally still tunes in, because I do like your coverage of like the earnings report and daily news. I'm just telling you, as a person who saw you from the beginning to where you are now, you come across completely different and very unlikable. And it's sad to see where you were to where you are now. And I think that's maybe why you get so much hate from some YouTubers. I think that's why people like Strongman and Echoes from Above are always have their foot on your throat, is because it's opportunities like this that you could have taken to come across like a real human being that has empathy for his audience, that has followed him and that has followed you and walked in your footsteps, hoping to achieve what you have achieved, and you have let them down multiple times. That's one of the reasons why I get along with Tom Nash. Now, the guy literally came and said, I fucked up. I feel like you've never said that on any platform ever. And I know you get interviewed by your friends, and that's great. When you get interviewed by your friends, the conversation is always going to be on your side. It just really is. That's what I'm saying, dude. If you're ever interested, come on my podcast. You and I can have a conversation. I'm not a hater. I'm not super aggressive. I'm actually a pretty easy guy to get along with. I'm very nice, but I'm going to ask some questions. And I don't play that BS. I just don't play the BS. You're not going to sway the conversation into something else. It's just, dude, this was your opportunity to shine. And I feel like you definitely failed. You were on Yahoo and you literally could have said, a lot of my videos were sponsored by them, and I take accountability that, man, this backfired. Little did I know it was going to happen, but damn, I'm sorry. Sorry, sometimes it gets you a long way. Until next time, y'all, peace out.